I'm flying around the world, comparing the cheapest first-class flight to the most expensive first-class flight on Earth. But this isn't just about luxury. It's about my grandma. She's always dreamed of traveling the world in first class. But because of her age, she can't travel very far.
Do it for me, Lexi. Let's fly.
So I'm doing it for her. Every destination, I'm picking up a gift, one piece of the world at a time, while seeing if the most expensive first class is actually worth it. So let's get to the airport. I am here for my first flight on United Airlines, and I'm headed to New York. My grandma loves New York. This airline slogan is "Good leads the way," so let's hope my flight is also good. I have a list of reviews that I will be testing throughout my flight, and some of them kind of interesting. Ashley says, I reclined my seat so far back that I accidentally made eye contact with the guy behind me. We stared at each other for like 5 seconds, and I swear we almost fell in love. Anyways, if you're reading this, Daniel from seat 3C, call me. Okay, Ashley, I'm glad that good did lead your way to Daniel. Get it? Anyways, but if you're Daniel and you sat in seat 3C, please call Ashley. She seems desperate. Marcus says, the flight attendant kept bringing me drinks every time my cup was empty. At first, it felt very luxurious, like, wow, this is first class service. But by drink number 4, I started telling her about my ex-girlfriend. By drink number 6, I was explaining my entire childhood. And by drink number 8, she just slowly walked away while I was mid-sentence. Well, Marcus, I think you may have been drinking your problems away. And the flight attendants, they're not your therapists. So let's find you a real therapist. Trevor says, the seat in United First Class reclined so far back that I fell asleep immediately. When I woke up, I had no idea where I was. For a solid 10 seconds, I stumbled into the bathroom half asleep and forgot to lock the door. About 5 seconds later, an older lady opened it and we just made eye contact in complete silence. I don't know if I was falling in love. Trevor, that was kind of weird. And how do you forget to lock the bathroom door? But what is up with everyone falling in love on this airline? Well, let's go inside and hopefully not fall in love with random people on my flight. This one's for you, Grandma. Let's fly. I'm not gonna stop saying that. I kind of love it. It kind of hits. Let's fly. All right, here we go. I made my way inside the airport and prepared myself to test out our first flight. The goal is to experience everything United First Class has to offer, in honor of my grandma. I just got to my gate, and we have to remember the 3 reviews we need to test out. Ashley's review about how much the seat reclines, Marcus's review about how many drinks I'll get, and Trevor's review about whether or not the bathroom door locks. Let's hope it does. I headed down the jet bridge towards what I hoped would be a very comfortable seat. And here it is, my first class seat. Now, let's see what it comes with. A towel, a TV, a remote, a tiny table for me and my neighbor, a decent amount of legroom, and that's about it. All right, first test, Ashley said that she could recline her seat so far back that she fell in love with the person behind her. Let's recline my seat. There is no one behind me, but you know, let's just do it. Update, my seat does not recline. Thanks a lot, Ashley. I was kind of ready to fall in love with someone. And after getting settled into my non-reclining seat, I needed a drink.
Cranberry juice?
Yeah, ice with that?
No thank you.
Okay, that was fast. Marcus might have been onto something. I'm almost done with my cranberry juice. Now, if Marcus is correct, I should be receiving a refill before I even finish my drink. Let's keep drinking. My glass was sitting empty for maybe 2 seconds, and he immediately brought me another cranberry juice. Cheers to you, Marcus. And after getting full off of drinks, okay, my food just arrived. I got the cheese plate, and it honestly looks really good. After I finished my meal, there was just one final review left to test. Trevor's bathroom incident. Okay, I just got into the bathroom, and I had to be sure to lock the door because we are not recreating Trevor's story today. Let me just, triple check that it's locked. Okay, yeah, it's locked. And this bathroom is pretty nice. It's kind of spacious. I could maybe do a spin if I tried. It's a little tight. This bathroom may be small, but stay tuned because these next flights will blow your mind. There's some wet substance on the floor. Anyways, we're on this plane for one reason. Well, that's one reason. But the other reason is to test the reviews, so let's get back to it. Successfully made it through the bathroom trip. Nobody walked in on me. And that's a win. After testing every review, trying the food, and successfully avoiding falling in love with strangers, it was time to land. Although I didn't find love on this first flight, I know I'll be falling in love with the seats on the next ones, because every flight gets crazier and crazier. First souvenir for my grandma? Check. I'm running very late for my next flight, so I'm gonna have to read you these reviews in the car. Jacob says, paid $800 for my first class seat, which for first class on a 12-hour flight, that's not bad. But you wanna know what was bad? My experience. I couldn't even do my yoga poses because my seat was too small. Tried to do a seated forward fold and I hit my head so hard on the tray table. I tried to call my mom, but my phone was in airplane mode. Grrr. Jacob, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to namaste in your seat. Get it? Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna do a downward dog for you, Jacob. And that sounded wrong, but you know, I'm not trying to hit on you or anything. Let's just, anyways. Bryce says, we have a service dog. The dog pooped on plane, and the attendant went on the overhead speaker to tell everyone to watch my wife pick up the dog poop. Then the attendant wouldn't let her flush the dog's poop down the toilet because it's for people only. So she sat with our dog's poop in her hand the whole flight because of course she didn't bring a bag. The turbulence was so bad she flew out of her seat and our dog's poop got all over her tray table. And now my wife won't let me fly Delta. And then Delta actually responded to this and said, time to file for a divorce. Apparently Delta's pretty bold, but turbulence, more like turbulence. Like turd the poop. Anyways. Joanne says, I flew Delta and dealt with so many complications. Get it? Delta and dealt? Anyways, here's the deal. I read online that first class on this airline comes with free ice cream. I was so excited I could hardly wait for the seatbelt sign to turn off. But once it did, I went straight to the attendant and asked for the ice cream. She told me I was a pig for even knowing this information, and that they're out of ice cream. Out of anger, I screamed in her face. Yes, I literally screamed for ice cream. Alright, let's try to get some ice cream for Joanne. And let's try to make this flight. Driver, can you hurry? Oh. I'm gonna put my seatbelt on. I hurried through the airport and boarded my next flight. Ooh, look at my seat. I have just gotten into my seat and I was already greeted with a welcome drink. Like, yes, welcome to heaven. Cheers. I also received a little gift, no big deal. Well, it's kind of a big deal. I am kind of a big deal because, you know, I'm in business class, you know that. Sitting in first class, okay? Anyways, I know you guys are dying to see what I have in this little bag, so sit tight, okay? I'm getting to it. We have socks, sleeping mask, a toothbrush, oh yeah, a toothbrush, mini lip balm and lotion, and a pen. I think that's all we have in here. I would like to point out that I just sat down. I've already gotten like 3 things handed to me, so I'm looking forward to the rest of this flight. It's a long flight, but it's gonna be a good one. 10 hours. Here we go. And we're off. My first meal of the flight has arrived. And here I have a salad, a baguette, and what I think might be guacamole, and I'm gonna go with hummus. I'm also not willing to find out. But enjoy this clip of me eating salad and a baguette to some like really intense rock music because I'm feeling crazy. Since I'm eating, I do hope that I'm not sitting in Bryce's wife's seat because, yeah, if you remember, the dog's doo-doo went all over the seat and the tray table, and you know, obviously I'm eating off of a tray table, so let's hope she wasn't sitting here because that would be disgusting. There is no ice cream on this plate, but that doesn't mean that we can't ask for some later. Just for you, Joanne. You scream for ice cream apparently, but yeah. Anyways, I'm just gonna shut up. I also do not know what Bryce's wife was talking about because these are some of the nicest flight attendants I've ever had. In fact, I think the one that just walked by has a crush on me. I think he has a little crush on me. He was like, can I take your coat? And I was like, no. Like, I'm gonna leave it on. And he was like, oh, okay, because it gets kind of warm. It gets hot in here. And I was like, are you saying it's getting hot in here because of me? But he's in love with me. My main course has just arrived, and so has my side piece. So just kidding. Anyways, my main course has arrived. I got the fish, and it looks delish. I think there's some mushrooms in here. So, a little appetizer. No, he's dessert. I'm just kidding. I'm going to enjoy this. You know, I'm starting to think these reviews are a little fishy because this first class seat has honestly been really good. Although this first class seat is nice, keep watching because the next first class seat gets even crazier. Okay, it is time to test out Joanne's review about the ice cream. This seems like a little bit absurd to ask for ice cream on a plane, but I'm gonna do it. Joanne, we all scream for ice cream, okay? It's nothing to be ashamed of.
I'll offer you some tea, coffee.
Do you guys have ice cream?
Yes, we have ice cream.
Okay.
Vanilla, raspberry, and chocolate.
Can I do vanilla, please? Thank you.
This is for you.
Thank you so much, guys. Joanne, I think I got the ice cream that you have been wanting and longing for. It is here. It's vanilla ice cream, and that was pretty easy. I mean, I pretty much just asked if they had ice cream, and he was like, yeah, and he handed me the ice cream. And I didn't even have to scream for it. As you guys know, Jacob said that he could barely do yoga poses in his seat because it was too small. Now, I don't know why Jacob was trying to do yoga poses in his seat, but I'm going to attempt to do the same. Namaste. Alright, here we go. We're gonna start with the downward dog. Okay, is this downward dog or is this one downward dog? I don't know which one it is, but I think it's one of those two. Okay, now it's time for the happy baby. Just gonna, yeah. There's plenty of room in the seat for this. Did you just close my door? Okay, yeah. I think that was my sign that nobody wants to see me do yoga poses in my seat. So we're gonna not do that now. Jacob, you made me look like an idiot, a flexible idiot. I didn't find love on my last flight, but I think my flight attendant fell in love with me on this flight. Second souvenir for my grandma? Check. Anyways, next up, we are heading to the airport for the most expensive flight of the video where I'd be saying, greetings from the Emirates First Class Lounge. Yeah, I'm a rich bitch. Anyways, this airline literally sent me a private car that picked me up. I felt like a very rich At $17,000, this is the most expensive first class seat of the video, so obviously I have some high hopes. And let's see what people have to say about this airline. Danielle says, I was able to achieve my goal of getting 16 drinks on my 16-hour flight. The cool thing about first class on Emirates is they literally have a bar, and I took advantage alright. Kind of like how Jimmy Fallon took advantage of me. But that story is for another time. And then she continues, anyway, I'd like to see someone beat that. The attendant said they'd never seen it done before. Or at least I think that's what they said. To be honest, I had too many drinks to remember. And if that review wasn't alarming enough, she also attached this photo saying, this was me by the end of the flight, in the overhead bin. Ha 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 ha. The only bad review I could find about this airline was this one. Cup and Nudes 6767 says, they didn't feed me the whole flight. The whole 16-hour flight. I asked for a cup of noodles and the attendant told me, you definitely do not need all that sodium. Like, excuse me? I asked for a cup of noodles, not a cup of attitude. This is about to sound funny because of all the sodium talk, but trust me when I say I am beyond salty. Okay, I find it very hard to believe that they didn't feed you the entire flight. Maybe they were just trying to look out for you because, you know, your username is Cup of Noodles 6767. You know, you might have a problem. Okay, this next one is from someone named Amir, and I believe this is in Arabic. I don't know what this means, so let me translate this really quickly.
Oh, poo-poo porta potty is clogged.
Okay, so according to Google Translate, Amir just said, uh-oh, poo-poo porta potty is clogged. Okay, that can't be right. Let's move on. Jamie says, I love Emirates so much. In my Emirates era, emotionally attached to Emirates. All roads lead to Emirates. I even got one of those plaques from Hobby Lobby that says, if loving Emirates is wrong, I don't want to be right. Okay, we get it, Jamie. You love Emirates. Emirates First Class provides you with pajamas when it's sleepy time. I put them on and headed to the bathroom to perform my nighttime skincare routine. Suddenly, the flight attendant smashed the door in with a fire extinguisher because she thought I was smoking. I replied, no, I'm only smoking hot. We both laughed it off. Oh, how I love Emirates. Okay, Jamie, a flight attendant smashing the door into the bathroom while you're in there is kind of a big deal. Like, for a normal person, I feel like that would be enough to make someone not like an airline, but no, not Jamie. In fact, she just changed her profile picture 22 seconds ago. She changed it to a picture of her with an I Love Emirates shirt on. After reading those reviews, I'm starting to get pretty excited. I still don't know what Amir was trying to say, but hey, I'm still excited. Who wants a tour of the Emirates Lounge? You do! And even if you don't, you're gonna sit through this, so. Are those red velvet?
They are.
Yum.
Yeah.
Look what we have here. Alright, this is what we got. My grandma loves edamame dumplings, so these are for my grandma. Cauliflower and some rice. I headed toward my gate, or should I say my gateway to heaven. Because this is supposed to be a great flight, you know? I have made it to my final first class seat around the world, and wow. You guys might want to take a seat for this because it is crazy. Just don't take my seat, you know, because I paid $17,000 for this. They literally had a glass of champagne already waiting for me. Whew. Just 15 more of these to beat Danielle's record. So this flight is over 16 hours, making it one of the longest flights in the entire world. So let's hope the positive rumors are true, because if so, this could be the best 16 hours of my life. This flight literally feels like Nordstrom Rack on Black Friday. The flight attendants are coming by every 5 minutes and giving out free stuff. This isn't just any kind of stuff, okay? This is like good stuff. Let me show you. They handed this out: moisturizing body milk, lip balm, deodorant. Lord knows I need this. I'm just kidding. I don't smell that. Tissues? Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Okay, I hope you guys believe me now. That man just handed me a hot towel. We got perfume, a hair comb, a little mirror for when I do my makeup, and more face lotion. We got jelly beans and an eye mask. They give you a little device in case you don't want to, you know, sit up to touch your screen. They do have every single Harry Potter movie on here, and yes, I will be watching every single one. Expelliarmus! Cup of Nudes 6767. Were you aware of this? Yeah, this is a pretty hefty menu. And this wouldn't be first class without pajamas! Pajajs! That sounded a little bit weird. Okay, this is definitely not necessary, but this button right here controls the light to my seat's minibar. And then this light right here, it's my own personal reading light. Now, the only thing my fat is reading on this flight is the menu, but it's a good thing to have. Thank you Emirates. So let me show you guys all the buttons to my seat. This one right here, this takes me back. Ooh, this one is gonna take me forward. I don't know. This one is my lay flat. Ooh, this one goes all the way back. Take me back. Take me back. Ooh, flat like Flat Stanley. And then sorry. And then this one's gonna go all the way back to my seating position. Awesome, thank you so much, sorry. Alright, you guys know the deal. I need to complete this entire checklist before the end of the flight, which means no sleep. Bad news bears, I just fell asleep for 2 hours, which puts us 2 hours behind schedule for testing Danielle's review. As you guys know, she got a drink every hour of this 16-hour flight, and I am determined to do the same. Anyways, let's go find the bar that Danielle was talking about. Thank you. Can anybody say bougie? Okay, let's go look for this bar. If Danielle was conscious enough while writing her review, supposedly there is a full-on bar on this plane, and I'm going to find it. Guys, we found it. Can I get an espresso martini and a glass of champagne? Woo! Party! This is literally crazy. I am standing at a bar in the sky. This flight is really raising the bar.
Oh, hell no, man. What the?
Yeah. Woo! Shake! Woo! Oh, there we go. Woo! And then I asked the bartender to do something that I probably shouldn't have asked him to do, because watching it back, it's just kind of awkward, so I'm sorry in advance for this next clip. This one's for you, Grandma. Let's fly. I tried to tell you guys. Sorry again. Okay, I just caught up with Danielle with my 2 drinks, and guys, I'm enjoying them in a bar on a plane. I can't make this up. This is insane. This airline is raising the bar for every other airline. Get it? Because this is literally a bar. Anyways, I think I might be in love with the bartender. Do you guys think he might like me back? I just feel like we had a good thing going. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to my seat. We have more things to test, so I cannot fall asleep. Okay, Cup of Nudes 6767, your review is pretty much busted, okay? The flight attendants just set up a tablecloth, which means they're about to bring out some food, and while they're at it, I'm gonna ask for your cup of noodles. Thank you. Ooh, thank you. Do you guys have cup of noodles?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, Cup of Nudes 6767, that was embarrassing. Very embarrassing. I just got a cup of tomato soup, some bread, and a salad. Cup of News 6767, you're full of caca. You're full of shit. I don't want to say a bad word right now, but you know what you're full of. Now, normally I don't like tomato soup, but I figure since I'm on an airplane, hey, tomatoes. I don't even know if that really made sense, but here we go. It's actually really good. I got dessert. Yes, dessert on a flight. And headed back to the bar because you know what I need to do. Beat Danielle's drink record. Hi.
Oh, yeah.
Can I get 3 drinks?
3 drinks?
Yeah. And after all those drinks, I had to go to the bathroom. Jammy time! PJJ time! Okay, I'm gonna stop saying PJJ because it's honestly, like, it kind of sounds gross. Let's make this a really cool transition. 1, 2, 3. Jammies, baby! Guys, we have our jammies on. Honestly, while I'm in here, I have to use the bathroom because Danielle knows how many drinks I've had, and girl needs to... That was gross. Okay, I'm not gonna show you, like, show you me peeing, so just give me a second. Alright, back to my seat. Alright, the flight attendant is about to come over here and make my bed. Normally my mom tells me to make my bed, so this is definitely very different and special, so. Here's my flight attendant putting my bed together for me. Woo! Go flight attendant! Yes, I'm cheering her on while she does it for me. Yeah, get it? Bedtime. Let's go flight attendant. Woo, woo! I relaxed under the stars and put on Harry Potter until it was time to land. That was one of the craziest flights I've ever been on. And there was one last thing to do. Well, 2 things. Grab my last souvenir and then surprise my grandma with everything I got for her. Subscribe if you love your grandma.